What's up, guys? Welcome back to Economics and Comics. We have a special show today. We have a special guest, Esteban Salinas, Latino amigo. I don't know him very well, so this is going to be very interesting because I'll actually get to know him with you guys. We have two great exclusive limited covers from Esteban from Exchange Collectible on two new indie books. Pretty exciting. If you don't know, his covers are pretty hot most of the time, and we'll get into that. We'll talk everything about everything. We'll bring them in. I'll kind of go over everything with Jason first from Exchange Collectibles. Maybe check out the site, look at all that, and then we'll really dig in with Esteban. And I hope you guys are having a great day. So let's go. So welcome to the show, Jason from Exchange Collectibles and Esteban Salinas. That was a good little thing with the little Joker.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it. So, welcome. I'm really happy to have you. I don't know if you can see the comments or not, depending if.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. So you can see them. Pretty exciting. We have two new exclusives coming out from Exchange. Oh, by the way, let me just run this banner. I'll let the banner go because most people know already. But the code is ECON over there, and it's 10% off anything in the store all the time. Where is it? Let me find it. There it is. Okay, so there it is. So, also, Esteban, Justice for Comics wanted me to tell you hello.
Oh, yes. I was talking to him a little bit ago, too. He's a great guy.
Okay, so just don't want to forget that. And what's even really cool is I got an AOK Act of Kindness from one of my subs, Craig69. He was in here. He sent me the Beyond the Demon, the Sea cover you did.
Awesome.
And, oh, dude, I was so excited because I absolutely love that cover. Like, it's just, it reminds me of like a fine piece of art. You know, like in my world, there's multiple ways to look at a cover, and it just all depends. I'm an art fan, and I mean, yeah, I like boobies and stuff too, but when those covers come around, they're hard to ignore how great they are. So I wanted to really congratulate you on that. I personally, it's one of my favorites, as well as the Rejected cover, which is sitting behind you with a balloon or something.
Yeah, I got the balloon, but yeah, I got that one back there. It's one of my first major publication. But yeah, no, thank you. I really appreciate that. The Beyond the Demon and the Sea was probably one of my favorites to work on. And yeah, like what you say about like, yeah, as much as I love boobies and like women and doing the sexual stuff too, which is great. But I've always come from I didn't grow up reading comics so much. It's not that I didn't like them. I didn't have the attention span. My ADD just I couldn't sit there, and even like a book, let alone a comic, I couldn't do it. So I think that kind of helped refine me to kind of set me apart, because I didn't have that kind of growth into the comics. So that's why I think my style is so different. Like Beyond the Demon and the Sea, it's like you said, it's almost more of a fine piece of art than like a comic cover. So
it's like an oil. It almost looks like now, was that whole thing digital or was it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, but it's got the feel of like an oil painting. You know, I've been lucky enough to go all over the world when I was younger. You know, young and dumb, you know, toured Europe and all that. And I really fell in love with fine art and when I was there, because I got to see the best in the world, you know.
That's awesome.
So whenever I see certain things, they trigger whatever. You know,
absolutely trigger memories of certain ages when you saw certain things. Absolutely. And that definitely always has a strong connection with, I mean, a reason why people love art so much, certain types, it brings them back. And yeah, that's awesome. Really glad that piece brought that, at least some of that too.
It brings the classical like oil, like just like I know it's, you know, I like to say this for certain people. I don't always say it, but there's like a feel of a master there, like a master art, even though it's digital. I get it.
Yeah.
And, you know, and we'll get into these other pieces in a second. Let me go ahead and show and kind of let Jason. I'm going to show Exchange Collectibles right now while we're here, and let Jason kind of go through with you what's going on exactly, so you guys understand. Can you see it on the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Let me just. Okay, so let me make sure that we're. Okay. All right. So here it is. This is exchangecollectibles.com. Looks like you got a couple different sets here. What's going on here?
Yep. So that's a set. If someone wants the regular A and B cover, we're offering that also. And then you've got the exclusive down below. They would probably show up as if you want to buy them singly. And then we've got them as CGC 9.8 options also.
Let me ask you a quick question, Esteban.
Yeah.
Did Jason make you do this by hand?
I'm going to be creating it, yes. So I have already started Bleed Them Dry. I'm not anywhere close to done, but I can. The thing is with digital painting is that I can recreate literally anything that I've done completely digital and charcoal and or paint and color. So these particulars there will be originals for, but like they're basically recreated.
So originally it's digital, and then you're
correct.
doing a custom one piece for him.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, those will be I'm only recreating it once, and I won't be doing that again for that particular cup for those two that I did. For him.
So these are very interesting. I see a lot of this is definitely you.
Mm-hmm.
I like the, let me see if I can make it bigger. Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit distorted. Jason, what is this story about? Bleed Them Dry.
Well, it's basically year like 3000 something or other, and it's ninja. Right, so it's set in the future, and like vampires are just part of society, I guess. And a couple of them went rogue, and then there's this mystery ninja guy there that's taking them out.
Oh, so this guy right here is the guy killing all the vampires.
Yeah.
In the society where they get along type of thing.
Yeah. Yep. And then the female character there, she's like a detective or something. So she's trying to hunt down some of the, bad vampires or bad people or whatever they come across.
Yeah, I remember previewing this book a while back, and I'm like, this could be very interesting. And what's even better is, now we have you have an exclusive with ESTEBAN. So that's great. So I would say, you can see the other covers here. There are some good ones. I think there's another one as well. But to get an exclusive with ESTEBAN, very limited to 300, that's your best, my opinion, best bet there, guys. The cover's exceptional. And then we have this other book that I got to tell you, I don't know anything about. It's Engineward.
Yeah, that one is really a strange book, but it has the feeling like it could be really interesting. So I read the first issue, and you can't get that much out of a first issue, but it was definitely really interesting as far as it's kind of like a Star Wars set in the future, but like there's poor people that have some technology, but they kind of live poor, very similar to Star Wars. But then you've got this element of like all the different signs, as far as astrology and stuff, and they kind of are. I don't know if they're people or false gods or gods.
It's almost like false gods. I also got to read that first cover, and it was very almost kind of reminds me of The Boys a little bit. Like they seemed like the gods. There were all the signs of the astrology, and they seemed kind of dickish. At least from like the hints that we got, it wasn't much. It was like a page, 2 pages of them, but I almost wanted to portray this like I said, fallen god or false prophet kind of angle, and like a Ayn Rand. I was looking at kind of a lot of dystopian, what's it called, Art Deco influence for this one, and I really liked making it.
Yeah, the cover. This is like one of those covers, like, it's leaves a lot for interpretation. You can look at it so many different ways, but it's just got that thing to it. Like, I don't know if it's level of Beyond the Demon of the Sea, but like, it's got that like thing to it where you're like, that could be like, in regard to like spec. Okay, I'm just saying, like that could be fire. Like, I gotta see it, like in my hand. And one thing about Exchange is that that the books look so good when you get them. I mean, Everything about him looks good. Looks like you got a lot of new stuff on your site as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff now with the different groups that we're sharing exclusives with and stuff.
Yeah, I see that. So,
and with this book, it is going to be shared with a couple other retailers, but we're controlling the whole print run, so it's going to be packaged the way that we do it. And so if we do sell out, then we can kind of refer people over to some of those other retailers, but you won't be entered into the contest for both of these books. So we are doing metal covers for both books, limited to 5 in the world, and one person is going to get a cover for each of these books.
That Engineward would be pretty.
Oh yeah.
I can't even imagine that. I feel like I'm cross-eyed right now. It's so weird looking at the thing, and my allergies are so messed up. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I think both those stories sound interesting. I know there's a lot of vampire stuff going on right now and different things like that and worlds, and that's the way that it is right now. Sci-fi, vampire, Walking Dead, zombies, and the independents have kind of gone that realm. It's just, let's find the right one, So these sound really good. And of course the art is fire. And these are cheap. What is it raw? $24.99 for both?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have the sets of 3 for $29.99?
Yep.
That's a really good deal.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
So you can get the first prints and the exclusive for $29.99 with 10% off. Just use the code below. So real quick before that, so there's a lot of other options on Exchange Collectibles now. As you guys saw, I didn't really go through it all. I just wanted to show you, but take a look around. Most of you guys are familiar with Exchange because they've been with us forever. So, okay. Next, real quick before I kind of dig in with Esteban, is this floppy thing happening today?
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So
let's see if I can. It's really hard to get these metal covers to go up right. And there we go. Bam.
So today is the Floppy Cop winner announcement. We'll do that, I guess. Anyone that got the Floppy Cop got entered in to get one. Someone's going to win the exclusive Floppy Cop metal cover, graded 9.8, which is super sick, dude. I bet you that looks dope. I mean, it does look dope. I saw it. It's just a little bit of reflection. So we'll get to that. So, okay. All right, here we go. I don't know where to start with you, Esteban. So let's start with, I was doing a little research.
Yeah, absolutely.
So did you, this Deviant Apple thing?
Yeah.
Is this something you created? What exactly is it? Is it a game?
No, so it started a long time ago as a it was a high school thing. It was a couple of friends that we did, is like we used the name Bad Apple for a dodgeball team and anything we kind of did together. And then I took it a little bit further and I just started using it as an alias essentially for just drawings. And when I was starting to go into college and kind of used like that pseudonym for anything that I did online, and it became Deviant Apple because Bad Apples was technically taken for my LLC or my corporation. So I turned it into Deviant Apple when I started like 2014, 13. And ever since then it's been Deviant Apple, and I've kind of just been rolling with it. My little logo, that my Apple signature and insignia thing is in all my covers. And I tried to just design a logo that I did a very early one in 2010, I think it was. And then it changed very slightly, and then it kind of was my logo from then on. And it just kind of took it. That's all that came from.
So the Deviant Apple. So let me just show you guys really fast. This is, you can, if you want to check out his work and see his stuff, it's also his website. So deviantapple.com, kind of take a look at it real quick because I love looking at art.
DeviantAppleInc.com.
Oh yeah, deviantappleinc.com.
Yeah.
So he has contact information about me. Now, do you do commissions and stuff like that through here?
You can. It has the contact me page. That's generally how people do. That's how they reach me most of the time, or Facebook or Instagram. Then I kind of tell them the rates they call it, kind of vary in what it is exactly. But yeah, that's the best way. Keep me. Some of the bundles are still active, as you can see. They're super cheap. I kept some of the sales down, just depending on what it was, and if it's so. Yeah, the prices are still very good, and I still
Dude,
have
oh
some
my
money.
god, that Ghost Rider is so sick.
What's
Holy
funny
Yeah,
is that I had a
badass.
bunch of people campaigning to get Marvel to work with me. Everyone was like, "Look at this!" So they tagged Marvel and Donnie Cates and like 20 times in the comments, just constantly like harassing them. And yeah, that was actually a commission for someone. And I asked them, it's like I posted it, and everyone was freaking out. I was like, "Can I make it a limited print?" They're like, "Yeah, go for it. It's awesome. I would love to have." So I gave them the #1 out of the 100 signed, and then I kind of ran with it a little bit. But yeah, that's probably one of my fan favorites.
Oh yeah,
that
it's
one.
so clean. There's just so much. Very realistic. I just love the way you work with colors.
Appreciate that.
There's
Yeah,
a
color.
definitely a darkness to your art. Not all of
Yeah,
it, but
yeah. No, definitely. I've kind of always lended to bad guys or like the darker tone, or grittier, and so people seem to like. But yeah, I'll take, like, I have a couple video game characters, Mega Man, Samus, that are all on a darker tone, and people love them. And just yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I like taking it. But again, that's not the only thing I do. But I tend to do a little bit better with grungier characters, or just overall kind of that
a
type
lot
of.
of here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm noticing just by looking at this.
Mhm.
A lot of people have a hard time. Like they might take inks too far, or when they work with darker colors, um, it they can't. I don't know how to put this. There's you have control of it is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Like
Yeah,
you,
I kind of see what you're saying.
you
Like
some people,
composition and
yeah,
looking at it as a whole. Yeah.
some people kind of go too far, or they uh it's like you know how to use that dark just right. For instance, the reject
Yeah.
the cover behind you, there is
Mhm.
it's dark, but there's a brightness too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Balance of the harmonies, almost essentially.
That's
So like
exactly
really
what
looking
I'm
at,
kind of getting at. And the Beyond the Demon, the Sea, same thing. That's a super dark cover, but it's just absolutely gorgeous.
yeah, in case anyone hasn't seen it. But yeah, that's this guy right here. I have my personal guy. Just didn't get
Oh
through
yeah, that's so sick, dude.
I had a
Yeah, I
couple
was gonna
medals
pull it
get
out,
made.
but
Yeah, you're fine. I got them right here, ready to go. But yeah, I had a couple medals made, and like they just look spectacular. Like
oh my gosh, I can imagine.
yeah, those 16 by 24 metal pieces, you can get them custom made on my website. That's there as an option. You just drop down to had it thing, and I go through a separate company. They sublimate it in aluminum. It has like a nice. It glows. It almost looks like it looks really really nice when you put like any sort of direct spotlight. And if anyone has come to my booth at all the shows that I do, all the cons, C2E2, Florida MegaCon, Seattle Ace, I do all the aces, stuff like that. Like everyone's like taken back by the way I display all my stuff. Everyone thinks my posters are backlit or I'm doing something weird. I just use a very high quality paper with all my stuff, and it looks like it's glows. Like everyone's just super trippy. Like, what are you doing with it? And it's just the light and the paper that I use. It's just a very like luminescent kind of. It's so thick that it absorbs so much ink that it just looks incredible on those guys. So, and I take that kind of into consideration when I make my stuff. That's what you were saying. Kind of use so much dark and light in my things. So I think I kind of subconsciously and or like kind of prep for that because I know it's going to look really nice when it's kind of up and displayed.
Yeah, and yeah, again, my main, I guess the point was, I think that you've kind of mastered that whole thing, where a lot of people have a hard time with it. They can't go that dark, or when they do, they overdo it. You know. But yeah, you kind of cornered the market on that, I think, in my mind.
I appreciate that.
And I think that's really awesome. So, where what part of the country are you in?
Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like right outside of the city, Chicago, about 30 minutes outside. I can take a train in. It's not too bad, but like northwest suburbs. So yeah, that's where I'm at. But yeah, I do, well, not this year, but obviously, with everything that's going on. But yeah, I do about 15, 20 shows a year generally. Comic-Cons, different ones.
You're mainly East Coast?
Did I do?
Yeah.
East Coast? No. The furthest I've done Arizona, I've done Las Vegas, I've done Seattle. So the only one that I haven't really gone to in the West Coast is going to be
San
The
Diego.
big one is San Diego, yeah, because that's, I mean, obviously a little bit harder to get into, and I'm only 1 year in, one and
Were
a half
you
years
scheduled to be to this Phoenix one that got pushed till September?
Which one was that?
It's the main. It's not Ace. It's the other one. It's Phoenix Comic
No,
Fest.
not yet. I haven't done that one yet.
That's
I've
the
been
big
doing,
one, man. I mean,
yeah,
there's
I've been
like,
hearing, yeah, I heard very good things about it when I was there at Ace. Everyone kind of knows that show locally, and yeah, so I was there for Ace last year and a half ago, 2 years. I don't know, times have been melded lately, but yeah, the past 2 years I did Ace Chicago or Ace Arizona.
the Ace Arizona, the last one
Mhm.
was so dead. It was crazy. Like,
Yeah, it
I
was.
don't know what happened. It was. I've never been to a con where I could walk freely and there's no one in front of me. It was so weird. But that gave me a lot of extra time to spend with everybody.
Yeah,
Probably there, and I probably missed you. Amazingly, how the hell did I miss you? But
yeah, I was definitely there. They have. Was it the first one you went to or the second one? Because they've only done two.
I went to the second one.
Okay, that's the one that I did. Yeah, I've only missed one Ace, and that was the first Arizona one, which was their second show ever.
It was where McFarlane talked about Stanley's passing.
Yeah. McFarlane had actually come to the booth. Yeah, I was able to catch some of that panel of him kind of celebrating Stanley's life, which was fantastic. That's one thing I like about Ace's shows is they kind of blast on the podium. They're in their speaker system. The panels, like the important ones, so you can at least catch it. As me as a vendor, I'm usually like cornered in my stuff or like doing things in my booth, so I can't catch any panels. But it's really nice being able to at least get some of those big ones.
The weird thing about that whole show is it's in a hockey, or it's just
that one was a little
that's
weird.
the problem with the whole thing.
Yeah, that particular one they haven't done it with that yet since, I don't believe. But they did it in like it was the sporting arena, but they didn't have it in the where like the basketball court is. They had it in the
where you walk around to get snacks and stuff.
It's an interesting idea. I wasn't. It
doesn't work.
Yeah, in practice. Yeah, we'll see because people keep funneling it around, but I just don't think they had the right advertising or what that was.
The cool thing about it was, though, if you wanted to catch like Loki or whoever, you could just go in the arena and sit in any chair, just like at a basketball game.
Yeah,
and they're at the bottom of the court. And there's big screens. That was interesting, but the Phoenix Con's so much different because it's in the convention center.
Yeah,
and it's absolutely gigantic. Like,
I can imagine.
They rival the other. I still think it might be one of the biggest. Hundreds of thousands of people. It's so much fun. Anyway, I hope to see you there if we can figure that out. But where was I going with that? There was a path I was heading.
Going to talking about shows. East Coast. You asked me if I do East Coast mainly.
Well, I guess I got my Phoenix question out of the way. So let me ask you this: were you? I have this feeling that you're reasonably young. Am I wrong? I mean,
no, you're not wrong. I'm going to be 28 in like less than a month.
Okay, well that's great. I mean, a lot of the people that a lot of the recent artists I talked to, I feel like they're older. But I get a young vibe from you, kind of exciting, which is great because you're doing so well early. I think.
It's. I started early. I got my degree in game art in 2013. And so I was just fresh out of high school, went there, got my degree, and got it in 3 years. So I was 21 when I got out. And but I got my, like I said, in more of animation, Pixar, stuff like that. I was really interested in that kind of game development and movie development. But then I kind of went my own way after I kind of really started to see the pipeline and like the everything with just constantly rush. Let's get this going. Go get it to the next person. It takes 3 years for one project to be in a sea of 1 million people, So I wasn't really crazy about that. I kind of got to started painting, just doing painting, and everyone's like, "You need to do cons. You need to sell your stuff at shows." I was like, "Oh," I didn't feel like I was good enough yet, or I didn't have the confidence. I just kind of was. I like to go into shows just as a spectator forever. So, and then I finally did it 1 year in 2015, and then C2E2 was my very next show, and the rest was history. I've been doing them ever since. It's been a good time.
So you were an artist, though, of course, before all the schooling and everything, right? When did you kind of just know that you were, you had some talent there? Did you take a lot of classes, or was it just something that you were doing in class doodling or
Yeah, that was definitely me. I was the quiet kid that was sitting in the back of the class that always got his notebook taken away when I was supposed to be taking notes. That was me. I was
I
the
did
one
the
with the
same
hoodie.
thing when I was drawing like boobies and shit.
Yeah, yeah. I was drawing. I recently found my one of my notebooks for I think like for 7th grade, and
Uh-huh.
you would think I was a school shooter just based based on all the
Oh
drawings,
man,
little stick figures and just
too
like kind of
soon.
action scenes and everything. Yeah, it was just back well, it was a different time then everyone was like, oh, he's an artist, leave him alone. And but yeah, I was
Yeah, I
totally
would always
fine. And
draw guns too. I
yeah,
would
yeah,
always draw guns. I don't.
absolutely.
That's
That's
the only
when
thing I could draw is like a gun.
yeah,
It was simple. It was an L.
yeah, exactly. It was easy. It was fun. Just a weird kind of puberty hitting like 7th, 8th grade. I was just kind of going crazy and drawing all kinds of different comics. Some were hyper violent, some were here and there, and yeah, I was doing that all the time. And yeah, my notebooks were 90% drawings and 10% notes, and even then I couldn't even read it because my handwriting was so bad.
So yeah, I mean, and then you were just kind of doodling, and then like when did someone come to you and go, look, this is pretty good? Like, did you have that person to come to you,
No,
or so you just were like a hidden artist, okay, and just drawing your own things, and then
yeah,
you got into the digital. You wanted to do digital arts, like for animated and all that. You learned that technique and everything, schooling,
yep.
and then you just kind of broke off and
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. So
took
I
a
kind of,
chance.
I've always, yeah, exactly. I ended up taking a chance. I spoke to a really good family member and I was like, look, everyone keeps saying like, I really want to do this. This was like the first one wasn't even, it's like $150 for a table, maybe less. It was at Lake County Con here locally, like in the, like even 2 hours outside of the city of Chicago. I was like, okay, it's not much risk. I'll do it. I'll see what happens. And it was good. I did well. I was like, okay, I kind of had the confidence to go to C2E2 and drop like $1,500, which was astronomical for me at the time. Like, and so I kind of like pulled the strings I needed to, really tried and built up a library for the next like 4 or 5 months, like was drawing nonstop and kind of got a flavoring of what I needed to kind of produce, and what kind of did well and what didn't. And I kind of tailored for that huge show and had a couple of my good friends help me at the show. And yeah, it was just
Now
that.
these were just like prints. You
Yeah,
just had like a whole table of prints.
exactly. My very first table, all it was literally a table and then like 15 prints. That's all it was. And I didn't even have a book. I didn't have anything. Now it's a totally night and day difference of just kind of literally probably 100 shows over the 5 years, 6 years. The first year I did like 35 cons while working, while in school, just nonstop, just going.
I like to call it the circuit. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like,
it's
if I could, like, I don't like to fly, right? But if I could, I would go to every Comic-Con. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure I could do. I do too much on this channel to do that, but I would go and be that guy at every Comic-Con. I would love to do
Yeah.
that.
No,
the dream is to be an artist. I'm not, but I feel like you guys are enjoying such a wonderful thing. Like, you get to see the world,
it's great,
make money, and do what you love. And that's just this is as close as I can get to it. What I'm doing now. That's
and you're living a lot of people's other dreams too, creating YouTube channels of what
yes,
you love. So you're not far off, and so you're doing what you love, and you're helping other people like us and me and Jason, and kind of help spread the word, and like we're all kind of in the same circle, and we're doing the
I think the circle should be more connected. Like,
yeah,
I
absolutely.
really love being that like connection for the subs to you, and of course you too, Jason. But like, for me, the love of it is going to a table and talking to you, and looking at your stuff, and flipping through your books, and finding out things about you. And this gives us more time one-on-one than you would at a con majority of the time. So let me ask you this: like, when did you know? Like, I know you went to con and you're selling your stuff. You're like, cool, and then when some of your books get hot, right? Your covers. Do you remember the first time you saw that fan that was like in awe of you, like kind of froze, nervous? They know who you are, and then you realize, damn, like.
As far as the books, yeah, because like that, even now, it's really awesome. Like it's super, really weird in the sense that I never view myself as that person at all. I've just been like me drawing forever, and I've not even now because I've only, like I said, a year and a half in. The first cover was the Rejected for Black Kit Comics last March, so it's still new to me. Like the whole, I've first one was done, and I've done 15, 20 covers since then, and so it's such a great feeling when someone comes with the book that I've done, and it's just like it's seeing them happy and me to sign it, and just totally. And then it's even better when they expect me to charge them. They're like, oh, how much is this? Like, dude, don't worry about it. You're crazy. I'm not going to charge you for a signature. Like, you're insane for something that you're supporting us and Jason, our shops, and it's the least I could do. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate every one of you. It's such a good feeling. And yeah, even before then, like I said, I've been doing cons since 2015, and then I started doing books last year. But it started getting regular customers, especially here, the ones in Chicago that were big fans of me before I had even done any books, and seeing them kind of, what do you got new this year? Like that's such a cool feeling, man. It was such a really, really.
Do you do like local comic store things? Like, hey, Esteban's going to be down at this comic store today.
Not comic shops yet, but I do pretty well regularly with. I don't know if you guys know of Clan McDonald Comics.
Yeah, I know who he is. I met him recently at the Coffin Comics event I did. It was me and him.
Yeah. Steven's great. He owns his own little. It's not a shop. I don't want to misconstrue that. It's not a comic shop that's open to the public, but he has his own little office space, and he ships. What he does is basically goes to a bunch of different conventions around the country that people can't make, and then all of his members put in, I want Esteban signature. If he's going to be at that con, I want Kincaid signature. So then he does all the footwork, and they do all that stuff, and he mails books.
He's based in Chicago?
Yeah. He's like 25 minutes from me. So then he has his own little space, and I just did a live stream sale with him about a month ago, and I have 100 something blank covers I got to get through right now.
Oh, God.
It's a good.
No, that's a great thing for you, though.
Yeah.
It's another. It's like me in a different way. Like I had a friend, Chin Potter, here, and he would come over, and he's done a cover with Exchange. He's one of my friends. He'll come over and do sketches for people and live and stuff like that. It's the same thing where they get you to come in and they take care of you or whatever.
Yeah, that's great.
No. I think it'll be interesting to check in on you in 5 years and see where you've gone. Like, yeah, I charge $5 signatures now. Or
if someone comes with a stack of 100 books, it's like it's a little different. But that's. I mean, yeah, I know you're turning around and selling them, so it's a little different. But yeah, when someone comes 5 books, 4 books that are all mine, that all different ones, no, I'm not going to charge. There's no way. I
know a lot of the people say, yeah, sure, I'll sign whatever you want. Just buy something, buy a print.
Yeah.
That's good medium. You should try that out because, you need money too.
Yeah, no, and as I say, books. Generally, people that do come with books already enjoy my stuff, so then they see all the prints and they see all the things that I have. More often than not, they're gonna get something that makes me great. It feels awesome, and they're being eyes lighting up, flipping to the books because all of my stuff is generally different than certain comics that I've done, and it's just I get a lot wider palette at my booth than you would at like any of the books.
Yeah, I get it. Like, oh wow, look at that Spider-Man. He did this.
Exactly.
Look at that. That's dope. What is that?
Original sketches, metal stuff, all kinds of things that I offer that I don't online, or like just different stuff. So,
well, I think it's really great that everyone's story is different. Some people pencil for 20 years ink for 20 years, and then all of a sudden they get their first internals or they get their first cover, and some people have I would say you have a pretty lucky you're kind of lucky you're blessed. How about that?
A little bit.
Talent sells itself. Okay, so I'm not saying that in any negative way. Like,
right,
you had it right time, you brought it out there, wow, and now you're in, and it's great. I love the fact that you can do what you love and share it with other people and stuff like that. And
great. It's been a hard road. I would say, like I said, the 5 years I was working full time, 40, 45 hours a week, and then going to conventions on weekends and coming back working on Monday. I did that for 5 years. It wasn't up until pretty recently that I was able to finally take a week off. Like this whole furlough stuff and Corona going crazy. This is the first break I've had in 5 years of nonstop. So
you're probably enjoying it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I can't stand it, but another thing is, I don't know if this is stupid or anything, but I was kind of looking at your other stuff earlier, and I came across your LinkedIn or whatever, and it said what you're doing, then it said Fry's Electronics,
Yeah.
and then it's like, LinkedIn's basically like
Like a resume thing, isn't it?
resume.
Yeah.
It's like a resume. Everyone also asked me to join it, but I'm like, dude, I can't even remember the 7,000 jobs I've done because I've never been consistent except a couple times.
I've been so lazy, like I'm consistent but lazy. So I'm lazy to the point where I do what I need to do, so I don't have to work to put in another application. I've been good about holding jobs, but I'm so
dude, bro, I'm gonna be straight with you right now, and this is I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm really good at telling people what they should be doing in life. Myself, I can never take advice or do it, and it's obvious. And you don't need me to tell you. You're an artist. This is what you're gonna do. You're happy. This is your life, right? I mean, this is what you want to do. Forget everything else. Forget everything. Just I think you already have, but
yeah, it's like I said, this whole switch has been really interesting, and I've kind of been putting it off for a little bit, a fear of just overall like being self-employed and like health insurance and all that stuff has kind of been daunting for me because I'm not a paperwork type person. The idea of doing all that is just like I've been kind of pushing it off, but this whole thing forced my hand, so I'm happy.
Are you married?
No, but I do live with my girlfriend. So we have a house together. So yeah, I mean,
make
she
sure
helps me all the shows.
Make sure she does real good and makes all the money and get you on the health insurance plan. But I was looking at your LinkedIn, right, and I see Fry's Electronics. It says like something like sales floor, working with people, stuff like that. And it's so funny because it's silly, but I'm reading it. I'm like, okay, I don't even know the guy, right? And I've already connected with him because there's an honesty there. There's different ways that you can fill out something, Yeah. And there was like an honest, real feel there. So I'm like, okay, this is going to, whenever I meet him, I'm going to know immediately, that he'll be fine. I just thought it was funny. Not in any silly way, but.
Yeah, no, that's not silly. Yeah,
it's easy to connect with someone that you know where they worked.
Yeah. That was such a, I was a big nerd, still am a big nerd. I love electronics, and I was just like, all right, let's, oh hell yeah! I want to know about TV. Let's do it. So we have one Fry's here in the Chicagoland area. The rest are in basically the West Coast, and so
we have one out here too.
Where are you based out of?
I'm in near Phoenix.
Okay, Phoenix. Jason, where are you?
I'm in Vegas.
Well, where's that?
Vegas.
Vegas. Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, we're all West Coast. What's really interesting? There's a couple channels that are like based out of Washington. I kind of noticed that. Like they're all in Washington, and then the rest, everyone else, most of the people I know, they're all East Coast. So I don't know if it's a timing thing or whatever, or maybe West Coasters, majority of them just don't really. They're more at the beach. I don't know.
I don't know. More to do, maybe. Like
it seems
half of our year is enclosed.
Oh, they're just super stoned or something, and they just.
Yeah, and to answer, I saw a question or a little comment. Oh, okay. Major Coleman. He said, I would love to see some of your do some Conan pizzas of your artwork. I actually just did for Clan McDonald. You can get it on his website. I actually have it right here.
Let's see it.
It's Red Sonja that I did. I was super, super happy and like over the moon to be doing a cover like fuck Conan, man. Like just in that universe just feels so good. But so I did that Red Sonja. So yeah, it's for an exclusive Killing Red Sonja #1 for Dynamite. So I just did that. Where's the light? There we go. So yeah, so to answer your question, I do have something in the Conan universe. It's not necessarily Conan, but super excited about that. You can get that through Clan McDonald's, an exclusive through them. But yeah, I have a couple of stuff I'm working on right now. But yeah, just I saw that and wanted to address it.
Let me check something real fast.
Because that is one of my biggest inspirations. Just I'm really glad that you can see that.
So someone was asking about a scheduled CGC signing or something like that. Is that happening?
Well, big fan of doing this. Actually, yes, we are going to be, I believe, with Clan McDonald and First Impression Comics. God, I think I remember that. They also do all the pressing for my books, and they kind of go like anytime we're at shows or people need CGC stuff, they're kind of the ones that help me out and do that for me. But yeah, we'll be doing that pretty soon. We'll keep that updated because I know they're offering that, and I'll be going in probably on the next live sale. Because generally, when I finish these like 80 something books that I've done, I'm moving through them. once those are all done, we scan those out to all the customers that have put up on their group. We're going to do another live sale, and I think, don't quote me on this, we're going to do those signing on when we do that, which should be like in a month.
Yeah, you gotta figure out, when to rest the hand and when not to. I hear that a lot. People, I can't move my hand.
I think it's just mentally you're burnt after so many. Like you just like start grinding gears and you're not producing the same quality stuff, and then I feel bad. It's like this person paid their good money and they want something good, so I feel like I have to really step back sometimes. It's really,
the longer you do it though, Esteban, too, the faster you do it.
Yeah, and I think that's where it kind of helps. And I have been getting faster. I'm noticing a lot. And my remarks, all my remarks, I fully paint with either ink, or I try to do like I just did a bunch of 3 new blank covers just to kind of show you the quality that I'm always trying to bring up. So I'm pretty sure we're going to offer remarks with those. Right here.
Sorry, hang on.
Oh, you're good. It's like this Avengers one I just did. I'm gonna lay it on this so you can actually see it this time.
I need to get a good chair. Is that a good chair?
Yes. The Titans are amazing. So I just painted that guy.
Here, put it up. There you go. See this? Look, this is what I'm saying, guys. Okay, he goes dark, but it's right. It feels right. Like people cannot do. There's something about Esteban stuff where he can go dark and make it feel right. A lot of people can go dark and they cannot do it. They just it destroys the piece. But
speaking of dark, I got this Batman one that I did for another customer of that live sale, and I'm really happy with this one. So yeah, these were paintings that I did in like a couple hours for each one. Kind of hard to see, but
yeah, it's got a weird kind of reflect. Just it looks.
Yeah, because there's so much black ink on that.
Yeah,
so it distorts it and then bend the paper. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun too. But yeah, so I have those guys, and I'm gonna show you one more that I have ready here. It's the Black Widow on Marvel 1000 that this person was super over the moon with. She's speaking of dark. One more.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm. Oh my god, that's sick. Can you put it closer?
Yeah. We get the light in a little bit. So yeah, I'll be
like that's amazing, dude.
Thank you.
And that's also what I'm talking about. It's like layered, like fine art, like it's because there's so much ink, it pops.
Yeah, yeah. And I built the red paint on it, and
you just keep adding on top and on top and on top.
Yep. Yeah, but I molded her face just nonstop for like a good 2 hours of just putting red paint, red acrylic.
Dude, that's awesome. Oh my god, I love that.
A picture to it. So
yeah, whoever got that, dude, lucky, very lucky person.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. I get kind of geeked out on my own stuff sometimes. I'm like, man, this looks awesome. I want to keep it, but no, I can't do that. I do that a lot, and I almost there's a good number of them where I was just like, man, I don't want to give this up, but I get it. Here you go.
So you guys, these are the covers. These are the exclusive covers of Exchange Collectibles. Code ECON 10% off for Bleed Them Dry. I really like this option you did here, where it's the 3 set. You get the one in the variant and the exclusive for $30. That's a great deal. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, huh?
We actually started that with Wind. The Wind exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
And that way people don't have to open up the sealed books if they don't want to read it. So I thought it's a good option for people.
Yeah, see, that's my problem. Like with the Beyond the Sea I got from Craig, I don't want to touch it. So I can't read it. So I got to go find it.
You got to find it.
And then this one's the Engineward 3-book set too. I can't wait to see that in a foil or in a metal. So here's the deal, guys. On these 2 books, there's a contest, okay? So if you buy in, you get entered into the contest. One person's going to get a metal 9.8, I believe, depending if they.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see. I don't have them yet, but the lowest they've ever graded is a 9.4. So most of them come back 9.8.
So speaking of foils or metals, do you think we should do the giveaway?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
So how are you working this? Do you have the little? How is this working?
Yeah, so I'll get one of the kids to. Man, look at. I mean, wow! Look at that sucker glow. It's these metals, man. They are just amazing.
When I get mine, dude, I'm gonna make lighting or something on it and make it just go crazy.
Yeah, we have to figure out a way to. I don't know. So yeah, I've got what I figured we'll do something similar. I've got all some little tickets here, and I'll get one of the kids to pull like 6 of them out, and then we can randomize it and call it done.
Okay, well, do that, and then I'll enter them into the randomizer real quick.
Yeah, Xavier.
While he's doing that, Esteban, you guys in the chat, of course, the Floppy Cop thing is for everyone that got Floppy Cop. So this is it.
Okay, come on,
guys. So while Jason's getting some
here, if you're gonna do it,
and all this stuff going on, well, actually, I wanted people to be able to ask Esteban questions in the chat.
Yeah, you guys have
it kind of looks like we're gonna be right on this giveaway right now. So let me start entering these into a thing. But you can answer questions.
They can see you. All right, pull one out.
What is it? What's the first one? 1904?
1904. That's
hang on.
Yeah.
Damn it.
We can go over them again too.
Okay, you go ahead and pick those out, and then we'll do the giveaway, and we'll answer some questions, and then we'll
3 more, one at a time.
1904.
Yep, 1904. 1882. 1888. 1879. 2 more, one at a time now.
1879.
Put those back in. All right. $1956. One more. And looks like 1901.
Now, this is the same thing we're going to do, guys, for these books, too. When it's time, we'll go live and we'll do a giveaway for the I keep saying foil. It's driving me nuts.
For the metal.
The metal exclusive. So let me share the randomizer. Okay. So these are the numbers. I'm going to read them out loud, and I'm going to do it 6 times. So I'm going to randomize it 6 times. 1904, 1882, 1888, 1879, 1956, and 1901.
That's it.
Okay, we'll randomize it 6 times. The first number will be the winner. 1, good luck. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Wait. Why does it keep doing 1901s on the top the whole time?
Huh?
5. Oh, there you go. It moved. One more time. Here we go. 1882 is the number, bro. 1882.
Oh my God. It's Joel Massey.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh my God. I should call Joel. Should I call Joel?
I wonder if he's in the chat.
I doubt it. He would be in here. He would say something. He never wins. I'll get him live really fast.
Sup?
Hey, hacker, you're not watching my show, but guess what?
What?
Oh, maybe. Are you at home?
Yeah.
Dude, you won the Floppy Cop foil God damn it. Metal giveaway. You won it.
Really?
Yeah.
Exchange Collectibles?
You finally won. We're live right now. So if you want to come on and say hi, and congratulations, dude. You won live. You're a very lucky man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's really cool. Yeah, I'll jump on real quick.
All right, bye. Okay, well, that was fun. So let's take some. Jason, that was awesome. I'm happy. Look, anybody that got that cover, they've been posting it constantly in the last couple days. They're all happy, and I'm happy for them. It was a lot of fun doing it. And congratulations to Joel. And I would like to take a couple questions for Esteban. Anybody out there Want to
Yeah,
go ahead and ask?
for
and I'll-
Peter Parker. That's great. I love it, the name. Am I doing any Spider-Man versus Venom versus Carnage work? As far as for Marvel, not yet. No, I have yet to work with Marvel and DC directly, which I'm really hoping to do that soon. But there is one. I'll show you the box. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking with you guys. Oh my god! These are all the blanks that I have to do for that live sale that we did.
Look at all the trouble you got yourself into.
I know. One customer in this live sale had a connecting cover for Marvel for Venom, Carnage, and Spider-Man. So if it's not something that I don't have available right now, but it is something you can get commissioned if you want.
So make sure that you can contact him, you guys, at deviantappleinc.com.
Yes.
And if you have any questions.
Yeah.
There he is, the winner of the day.
Hmm.
There you go. You want to show him his prize?
Yeah. And pull it out of the. Oh, there we go.
One of 5 foils, Joel.
No, 3. We only did
3 9/8 or what?
3 at all. They all came back 9/8.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
So there's only 3 in the world. Joel, you have
Only
one.
3.
I have one, and Jason has one.
Yep, that's it, man.
Oh God, I love that thing.
Models just freaking glow.
God, that was such a good idea on that one. All right, congratulations, Joel. Now, thanks for not watching and making me call you. I'll remember that. And let's see. So Justin says he'd love to see you do another cover with Null. Dude, yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Black the symbiote hell out of it.
Yeah, that would be.
You know how they're doing that new cover for Null? Well, there's a new character, right? For Venom 26.
Yeah.
I think it looks like Null. I was really trying to look at it, and I was thinking, dude, is that the Winter Soldier Venomized? Because he's got that Winter Soldier mask, and his arms have these like lines, like something with his arms. I was like,
I'm looking at it now.
Like, it looks exactly like Null. Okay, that's all I know. But what if it was the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, Null would be awesome, man. I love that.
Yeah, you would do really good on a dark Venom. I mean, there's no doubt you could kill that. Any photo reference as inspiration for your art process?
Absolutely. It just depends on what the piece is that I'm trying to do. But if like Engineward, for example, I literally had brought up my screen looks like a mess when I'm painting, or digitally painting at least. But I have like 8 to 10 different references of different people that like the lead character, for example, the black detective lady. I follow a couple of people on Instagram. Anyone that I think that looks interesting, that have really good photos or portraits, I kind of mix and match different stuff off my Instagram. And like that one, for example, I found a bronze statue that I really liked. And so like her figure, she had a full face. She didn't have the moon behind her. The drape was a little different. So then I brought her as a good reference. I do black and white first, and I painted her. And then I started looking at different kind of Art Deco pieces, architecture, and then I was seeing a constant thing of the moon in a lot of that reference. So I really like that. So I punched the holes in that statue. You can see, so I almost mimicked it like stars. So that's what that light is. So it's almost like the moon, like coming through and like.
Are those astrological symbols around the moon?
Yep. Yeah. So that big moon kind of glowing sphere, Game of Thrones-esque kind of thing is So it's got all the symbols of all the signs of astrology, and I kind of brought like those gold rings, and I was looking at a bunch of different kind of chandeliers, and so like as far as photo references, my stuff is littered. Like but I try not to go directly from one particular image. I always will take pieces, and almost like a Mr. Potato Man, I'll literally grab different 10 of 100 pieces and make something new, and that's kind of like I feel like every artist does that to a degree for sure. Like what I'm really jealous of people like. I always forget his name. He's a Korean gentleman, super talented.
Kendrick Lamb?
No. He's super talented with ink. It's like it looks like an etch-a-sketch, like drawing. Just the way that he goes, it looks like it's unreal. Like the way he draws, all from memory, like just reference. Like that is what I'm super jealous of, and I know it's a skill that he's been drawing for 30 years every single day for hours at a time. So it's just something that's developed over time. And like that is like something that me personally, I'm not that great at yet, is just drawing literally it looks like he's revealing, like if you were to turn an Etch a Sketch and it shows the picture, he already sees every detail, and it's mind blowing. So
Yeah.
that is a super talent, and just like hardcore exercise for years, is mastery level. But yeah, I'll be looking at tons of different references, different poses, different anatomy structures. Like the creature there, I looked at 30 Days a Night. I looked at different like monsters, and anytime Instagram is my friend, man. I save folders of horror sections and like figures and women and portraits and fitness people, and I'll have tons and tons of folders of different stuff, so I can just recall everything and kind of see what the new cover or prints that I'm doing kind of draws inspiration from, gives me ideas. And yeah, one thing no, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying lighting is probably me personally, I believe that's one of my best skills.
Yep.
Is like lighting, and overall I have a really good understanding of ambient, bounce lighting, secondary lighting. Like her earring is creating, then I shine on her chin. Like that stuff I think I'm really good at. And so like I can see an image of a portrait and completely mentally change the lighting, and then I can just attack it, and I'll use that same photo with a different light source, and I can recreate that portrait with a completely different light source in my head. And so like I'll tend to do that a lot, and that's what makes a photo look completely different than its original.
This original reminds me of some other work. I was trying to find the artist's name, but it's a comic that is called Monica Blue Werewolf Story.
Exact name.
No,
go ahead. I'll get the exact name of the gentleman I was talking about. I have him on Instagram. I just always forget. Kim Jong-gi. That's who it is.
Okay.
Kim Jong-gi. Yeah. He's got 1.3 million followers on Instagram. The man is a wizard with a ink pen. It's crazy. But yeah, check him out if you guys want to see some mastery level drawing. That dude's amazing.
Actually, this is not the one. This is not the book I'm talking about. Anyway, I just saw some similarities there that reminded me of it. I mean, but wait, oh, my share screen's gone. Okay, let's see what else. I guess that was a good question, he says. Okay. What else, guys? Feed me.
Yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions. I mean, I can draw something too right now on because I have my Wacom right sitting in front of me. If you guys want me to doodle something, you guys can ask me questions, but up to you.
Yeah, another cover that I really liked that was really dark was that Sleeping Beauties that you just did too.
Oh,
yeah.
Black and white. And someone else could have messed that up so easily, but it came out so fantastic.
I wanted to talk about that too, because I have an interest in that.
I can pull it up if you want, or I can send you a quick JPEG if you want to.
Yeah, do it on Insta, or how we were, or Facebook.
Yeah, Messenger. Yeah, I'll send it to you right now. I have a JPEG of it.
Because I saw that cover. I like all those. Actually, a lot of those regular covers I like too. I talked about it recently. The 10 copy, the 25 copy. They're all great. But I saw yours and I'm like, oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah, I'll send you a couple of different ones I think you guys will like. That I don't know if you guys have seen yet, other books. But yeah, so I'll have like a folder in my thing, and any references that I think can play a part in it, I will always I'll just create master folder documents of all references I think that will help me, and kind of just and another big thing that I do is listen to music. Always, if it's like a horror cover that I'm doing, I'm always listening to a horror soundtrack mashup, like that it gets me in like the mind space. Or if it's like Engineward, I was listening to a lot of old school kind of bopper 50s 60s kind of music. I had that on for like 4 hours 5 hours on repeat. It kind of gets me in the headspace that I need to be when I'm doing it. Where is the Sleeping Beauties? There it is. Okay, so I'm sending you that right now. What just happened to it?
Yeah, another thing, Esteban, that might be really interesting now that you say you're listening, to all this different music as you're working, to do like a YouTube video, of just you doing a cover and then set it to the soundtrack that you were listening to would be freaking sick.
Yeah, I would like to do that because I've done live streams. The thing is, though, I cannot broadcast the music because it gets immediate.
You can do classical.
It's so classical. stupid.
Yeah, it's not. If I could like, I wish there was a way to just like take off.
You can do classical.
Yeah, I mean, classical works. I always try to any live streams I'll be putting on. I make sure it's royalty free so it doesn't get ripped. Facebook is just so crazy about it, and just all
Here it
that
is.
stuff. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
Sleeping
There it
Beauties
is.
that
Yeah,
I did.
that's sick as hell, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, I found a really cool photo portrait. It was like a drawing by another artist that I had found of like just a woman that was in that same pose, like kind of same lighting, but totally it was pretty different. All it was just literally neck up, and I had that that kind of jogged my memory. I was like, man, that'd be cool to have. I'm seeing a lot because I haven't read Sleeping Beauties. It's like I a lot of these covers I go in blind for the most part, which was very cool of Jason to supply those PDFs of the 2 that I did for him, so I was able to get a little bit more insight. But most of the time I go in blind, so it's always tricky. I always kind of make guesses. I'm like, I hope this is part of at least close to their to what they're trying to tell in their story. So here goes nothing, and then I kind of make creative decisions. But I haven't got anything like you need to change that yet, which is really good. But yeah, that one I was seeing a kind of theme.
Dude, if they
running.
tell you to change it, tell them no.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, tell them no on this one.
What was cool about that one is he messaged I had a pretty early rough on it, and it was and I mean my version of early I've only was at it for about an hour, and I got pretty much the majority of it done. Because I had a pretty clear image of like, oh shit, that'd be awesome. So then I started painted the face, painted the hair, and then I kind of did her like entangled in forest craziness, and then the birds. So I had all that done, and I sent it off to the comic shop, and then they sent it to I forget who published this one. I've been whoever they sent it to.
Who was it? I can't remember.
Is it Vault or one of them?
No,
it wasn't Vault. It was like Boom
Shock.
or
Aftershock.
Aftershock. Yeah.
Yeah. So then they sent it to Owen King, and immediately, like within minutes, he got back to us. Well, that was fast. He's like, he loves it. I was like, oh, that's so cool to have. Well, Stephen King's son to be like, yes, like I love it. Go ahead. Keep
Oh
going.
yeah, that's right. That book is Stephen King and his son.
And
Yeah,
so-
I've been kind of specking on it in my other previous videos because it's not out yet. But so many of the covers are really good. But this one, that one just knocks. God, dude, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be super hot. I already know that for a fact.
I love that one. That one has a pretty good. There's something with me, like as much as I love seeing sexy women, I tend to do it more conservatively, not because I'm trying to make a political point or I'm not trying to do that, but I think it's, I don't know, there's something simplistic in like, I want people to like it because it's good, not because it's got sexual allure. Like it's really easy. Like to me, I think it's easy and cheap. I don't want to say cheap. It's not the right thing because other artists do fantastic jobs with it. It's not, I'm not trying to devalue the work, but for me, I think it's just like I want people to like it because it's really good, not because it's
Look, I want to be straight with you. A person can look at this and go, okay, she's bound. And you know, like the whole classic Wonder Woman rope, bondage, or she's bound by this piece of whatever, root. But when I see it, I see I'm telling you, I see mastery, dude. There's something there that you've captured in this piece that speaks to an art lover. That if they love art, like big, like not, I'm not saying comic art either. I'm saying art, like you see the crow, you see the color. Now this was all digital too.
Yep, all digital.
You make that digital look like pencil shadow.
I take a very deliberate traditional approach to all my digital painting. I don't use photo textures. And if I do, it's I've done it in the past. I'm not saying I don't, but it's for like minimal, very aspect things. For the most part, I hand paint 95 to 99% of everything you see in all of my paintings. It's just I take a very traditional approach. I use 2 different brushes, 3 different brushes. I don't use crazy Photoshop trickery. I don't use any of that stuff. I don't use anything that you physically can't do in traditional media. So then I kind of lend myself to a very grounded approach. So that's why everyone is really shocked and thrown back that all my stuff is digital. It's like, whoa.
I'm blown away on the, I mean, I know we're talking about a whole other books right now, which I'll show one more time, but I'm really blown away by this piece.
Sleeping Beauty, to answer that person's question, what book this is.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauties. It's just, the coloring, dude, and the shading and the way you've done it is God dang.
I love ambient work, man. That's just me, though. I like setting a tone. It's just I've always liked that setting. Like I wanted people to have questions. Oh, like what is this? What there's a story to this? What is it? It's not. Yeah, that's something I tend to always try to do at least.
So these two right here are the new ones that are available at Exchange. It's Engineward #1. This one right here, limited 300. There is a giveaway for the medal, and then I said it, I did it, and then Bleed Them Dry, which is an interesting vampire story. The exclusive as well at Exchange. These are both Esteban's exclusives, and they're limited, and there's giveaways. And dude, I think that's it. Usually when I go over about an hour, I think it's good because depending on
an hour, man.
Oh, it's been over an hour. Yeah,
so fast.
Yeah, dude.
So if you guys want to like plug anything, I mean, we all know Exchange Collectibles. He's got plenty of stuff over there, and you could use Econ for 10% off anything. Go ahead, Esteban, anything you want. Tell them where to go, whatever you need.
Yeah. So Deviant Apple Inc. Like we brought it up earlier. DeviantAppleInc.com is my website. It's where you can order prints. I didn't even think about it because I was telling them earlier I broke my finger a couple of 2 days ago, and yeah, it's kind of mangled right now, my pinky. So it's a little crooked, and I've been dealing with that for the last day and a half. So I meant to set up the sale already because you have your kind of promo and stuff, but I can do that right after this is over. I will set that up. I'll put a promo code. I can use the same one, Econ, that'll give everyone 10%. I might even do 15% off myself. My stuff's already cheap for the most part. The majority of it, there's bundles that are still active. So on top of that, I'll give.
Hang on a second. You just said you'll use for your Deviant Apple Inc.
Yeah, .com.
You could do a code Econ over there.
Yeah, I can use the same one. That'll make it easy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
type it in or add.
At checkout, if you guys want to, if you pick up anything or anything like that, you can use that code. I'll make sure I do it right after the stream. So if you guys wait like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it'll be available.
And that'll be live for like a week or something, or
I can do it. I can do it for a week. Yeah, let's do that.
Cool, that's cool.
We'll do a week.
Make
everything
sure to
will
get
be
that
signed.
exclusive too from Exchange.
Yes, make sure you do that with exclusive. I won't have any on me, but if you want to set up either like a remark or anything like that, we could talk. We can set that up with Jason, and I'll be happy to. But yeah, all my remarks are hand painted. They're usually I go above and beyond. I don't think I have any remarks on me at this point. All of those were blank covers that you saw, but it's that, but kind of scaled down a little bit. But they're still fully painted remarks. I tend to always spend a good
really dope.
Hour and a half on those guys, and yeah.
Hey,
so
on that Sleepy Beauties, like, are they making you do an original?
He didn't ask me to. I would actually really like to do an original for that one. That would come up.
So what would it cost?
I can recreate it. So I could probably do the same price of about $1,000 for just the.
Oh man, I was waiting for you to say like 200 or something. So
so especially that one, like that particular one, I think would be super cool, and a charcoal kind of match really nicely. And,
yes, dude, that's how I envisioned that piece for sure.
Yeah. So then I can do like that because those take a little bit longer. Especially, I got to manipulate it and make sure that it's perfect to be almost exactly to that one, to the digital version. But yeah, so that one would be the original version. But if I want to talk to them. Maybe I can do a print run. That'd be awesome. So there's people that have the books, having the book and the print, like I did with the Rejected back there. So that's the print version. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe I can get that going, and I can offer remarks because he did offer 13 horror remarks. Those sold out in like 10 minutes, I think it was, when the book went live, those remarks. So I was doing like a horror icon, Chucky, Jason, It. So we had all those kind of all claimed, and they went quick. But I think we'll be doing more remarks on the Sleeping Beauties. I'll talk to them about prints, and then with these guys, with the new Engineward and that one, we'll do offer remarks, and everything will be signed. I would love to. But yeah, anything you get off the website will be signed as well. So keep that in mind too. You can always add remarks to anything on there.
That's sweet. So anyone that's listening that's got lucky enough to watch this show, you can also use code Econ at deviantappleinc.com on his site in a little bit for about a week. So good luck to you. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm going to leave it a secret.
So yeah, everyone here live receives a video. We'll do it. We'll get that kind of privilege. And then my Instagram is the same handle you see there at Deviant Apple. That's probably the thing I'm most active on, but I have a Facebook as well, Deviant Apple Illustrations. But yeah, that's website and Instagram would be the best ways to see my stuff.
Well, I
those guys.
really appreciate it. I'm glad you gave me a little bit of a chance to get to know you a little bit
Yeah,
better. Hopefully,
pleasure,
I'll
man.
see you out at Phoenix.
Yeah.
And Jason, great stuff. Check out his site, go to Econ. I'm going to let you guys go because I have a video that's about to hit in 20 minutes. I got to get that ready and just keep going. But I really appreciate it. And I'll be reaching out to you, Esteban, in the future personally. We'll talk about some different things. And thank you again, Jason. Congratulations, Joel. You won the Floppy Rock medal. And you guys, anyone that gets these exclusives, one person's going to win a medal of Bleed Them Dry
Awesome, man.
and Engineward. And those will look sick.
Yeah, they will.
Medal. So, Jelly Fingers, this is all I needed. A little siak. And
Thank
we're
you guys
going to be
so much.
out of here. Thank you guys again so much. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Later.